Now, I've got to be honest. One doesn't normally expect to find inspiration in a public toilet. However, that's exactly how our story unfolds. One weekend, our owners were on one of their obligatory trips to the Coromandel to visit the in-laws, when nature dictated that they make a stop in what would normally be a routine bypass just north of Thames. As our owner was standing there, he noticed a quote scrawled on the wall. "Don't wait for extraordinary opportunities. Seize common occasions and make them great." All right, he thought. The kicker, though, was the auxiliary below it, which said, if you don't appreciate and make the most of what is right in front of you, you might lose it. Well, with that in mind, it made him stop and take serious stock of the monotony that had crept into the hustle and bustle of their life, and that something had been lost in the relationship. And as they set off again and they were driving and the thoughts were rolling through his head as the waves rolled in on their left, he noticed a beautiful property just to his right, and with a screech of the brakes, he swung in the driveway with the vacancy sign. His wife's bemusement, he said, "Change your plans," he said. And with that, the weekend and the next 11 years of their married life began a spectacular new twist. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Conor Patton, here to help one of you today do the same. Of course, I'm working alongside the good people at Mike Pero Real Estate. Mr. Barry Dobson, as always, has been the purveyor of diligence and candidness, providing you with all the ample documentation to make your path to ownership simple and straightforward. I'm sure you will have noticed in that 322 Thames Coast Road.
I'm really keen to buy this property.
Good man.
The coast just outside the front door, full of great flounder. But I've heard a rumour that if I catch flounder, I have to donate 15% to the locals. Can you confirm that?
Well, I certainly cannot. For starters, I thought it was snapper you caught in there, not flounder, actually, myself. In terms of the what's donated, sir, I've got absolutely no idea. Happy to bid and buy anyway?
Yeah.
Good man. Rightio. As I was saying, 322 Thames Coast Road here in Thornton Bay is a fee simple freehold parcel of land, 1,305 square metres of it, more or less, or 0.32 of an acre. If you'd prefer, on Lot 2, deposit at plan 31367. Certificate of title would be 823 folio 110 in the South Auckland Land Registry. The chattel list is unchanged. I just draw your attention to clause 20.1, the fireplace being offered on an as-is, where-is basis. We are, of course, also offering you vacant possession. Settlement date, well, I've just been going on about Barry being very diligent. However, we're all human. You will have noticed Monday, the 24th of October. That is, in fact, Labour Day. Settlement will take place Friday, the 21st, 4 months for you to get those ducks in a row. However, I suggest you do your inspection a month early in September to catch the Scallop Festival. Now, the conduct of auction sets out the roles and responsibilities of our key players. The owners, as well as offering this beautiful home, have set a confidential reserve price. And you had better bid quick, because they reserve the right to withdraw it from sale before it's actually sold and without declaring it. If you're here today to bid and buy, quite clearly and simply, that is your role. To bid, reach the reserve price, and then hold that highest bid so that I can sell it to you, at which point you will sign this agreement, which along with my own will form a contract. Of course, that also says, Conor, yes, I did get a copy of that REAA Buyers and Sellers Guide, and you'll pay a deposit, a neat, easy 10% of the purchase price. My role today really just to keep things moving along, either by nominating the bidding increments or, if necessary, placing a bid on behalf of our owners. If I do that, there will be no confusion, and rest assured they only occur below the owner's reserve price. Could also keep any unruly folk in line, either refusing a bid I don't believe has been in the best interest of our owners, or settling any unlikely disputes. However, as I look around, everyone looks rather well heeled, and I can't imagine in this neck of the woods we're going to have too many issues. But we'll still pause in case there's any last-minute questions pertaining to the property or indeed the process.
Well, excuse me, I see in the contract that the penalty provision for late interest is 15%. Now, I won't be settling late. My lawyer's one of the best around.
Beautiful.
But if the vendor has a problem in settling, is he burdened with the same provisions?
That's a great question, sir. That'll be covered in the contract here. Would you like me to find the specific clause for you? It'll be grand. Rightio, sir. I'm going to guess. Possession and settlement. Clause 5, sir. The vendor's lawyer. Clause 5.8. Beautiful. There we are. Good luck to you, sir. Any other questions? Any other matters? Beautiful. Well, needless to say, one night was sufficient to have our owners entirely enchanted with this property. They made an irrefusable offer, and they headed back up to Auckland with what can only be described as a new perspective on life. Now, the parents amongst you may judge when you find out it took them almost a year to share their hideaway, even with their own children. But when they did, it enveloped them seamlessly. Used to cramped Auckland conditions, they luxuriated in the expensive 328 square metres on offer there. The home, a little bit like the relationship, had great bones. It just needed that spark, and the owners have certainly added their touches, which have complemented it beautifully. The configuration is well balanced, with those private snug nooks to first unwind in peace and then come together in the best space possible. I mean that literally and figuratively, folks. Wonderful open plan living and entertaining that flows out toward the ocean with that extended covered veranda, some 58 square metres of it, more or less. Those doors flowing wide open to catch those scents of the salt and the charcoal and those succulent joints of meat sourced from the local hunter down the road. In time, they purchased a second-hand tractor from the Toyota plant down the road to tow the boat the whole 24 metres down to the water's edge, where their hopes of snapper, indeed, and scallops invariably became a reality. Distance and proximity are a balancing act too. Its proximity to Auckland meant it wasn't arduous to head down there even for a cheeky one-nighter, yet the distance meant that you felt like you've escaped from it all. And similarly, its proximity to the beaches and activities of the peninsula was welcomed, yet its distance from Whitianga meant that those weekends to the in-laws could just become a lunch, or if they were lucky, maybe a coffee. Folks, this area might be known as the gateway, a stepping stone of what's to come, but we all know that life is a journey and not a destination. That's where life really happens, albeit maybe not in public toilets all the time, but that's all right. I'm not here to judge. You are. What are your judgments as to value here, folks? Call your opening bids, opening offers. What do we say? $1 million even, sir, with you, and welcome to you, and nicely done. $1 million with my... 1,050,000 there. 1,050 the bid and 1.1 with you, no, sir, and nicely done. Is it 1.15 for you, sir? Yes, 1,150,000 there, and 1.2, can I say on your behalf, sir? First, 1.2, nicely done to you, and 1.25, was it, sir? 1.25, would you go? First call, though, at $1.2 million. Second, as I chase down 50 more... Yes, $1.25 million there, and 3 inch, I'll give you bags of confidence too at 1.25. 1.3 now down the centre in Broadway here at 1.3, and which chap goes 1.35. First call, though, at 1.3. Second, third, at $1.3 million. Jolly good, folks. Asking for 1.35, go there with no qualms. On behalf of the owner at 1.35, that's a vendor bid. And 1060, sir, nicely done. 1.36 million with you. Keep the 10s rolling now and go to 7, 1.37 perhaps, straight to 1.4. Can I see that for many of you? 1.4, nicely done, sir. 1.38. Rightio, fair enough. $1.38 million there, sir. 1.39 or straight to 1.4. Going once, though. $1.38 million. Second call, 320. 1.39. Sir, it's wide open for you here. 1.395. 10. 405. Beautifully done, sir. And through the gate we go. What, 410? Who's got 15? 20, even better. Sorry, sir. Good on you. 30, 430 there, and 40, 50, 60, sir, 70, 8, 75. Woohoo! 1,475,000. 85. Nicely done, sir. 95. Oh, it's just $1.495 million. 10, sir, is at 1,505 from you now. First call at $1,495,000. Second chance. 7.5. 502 the half. Sir? 7.5. 12.5. 32 the half. Gosh, that's a good. 1,520,000. Right, okay, sir, all good. 1,520,000. A single. Rightio, why not, sir? $1,521,000 here. Can't pick the pattern, chaps. What do you say, sir? Do you round up to 1.55? That's the Irish rounding system. $1.521 million here. Going once. Second, final opportunity. Folks, need to be very, very clear here. At that level, we sell the property at $1 million. Sorry? Whew. Knows the importance of being in front now at 1.522. Now, and 3. And 4. 5. Sir? 6. 1,525,000. 6 with you, sir. I won't miss you again. 500, 7. 8. Fantastic flurry here, folks. You know it's worth that. 529. 34. 39. 539 the bid. 44. 49. Sir, haven't heard from you in a while. 54. 55. All the fives. Keeping it alive here at what? 60. Sir, 65. $1,560,000. 3 chances. 5, sir. 65, and he's back in. 66. Clickety click. $1,566,000 here. Oh, gosh, sir, I like your style at this point. 76. Maybe straight to 1.6, chaps. I don't know. But at $1,576,000, chap in the second row from the back has got it. First call at $1,576,000. Second, penultimate. Final opportunity then. Delighted to announce here. Woo, 81. 581. Sir, are you in at that level? Sir, there's negotiable chattels and they want to sell them. And here we are, 591. You know what a wall mounted TV's worth. $1,591,000. 92. Sir? My lamp? 602. $1,602,000 there. Sir, is it 1 or 10 more? 603.
$20,000.
Woohoo! 623, and here we go. You've unleashed the tiger now at $1,623,000. Who wants to stop him? First call at $1,623,000. Second and final opportunity. Sir, need to know. Sir, it is going on and sold to you, sir. Gosh, sir, what a fantastic effort at the end there. You're going to have a heck of a time on the peninsula, let me assure you of that. Folks, all others, your attendance and participation has been much appreciated. Have a lovely afternoon. As my grandfather says, if you can't be good, be careful. Good on you.